Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday weather update for October the 25th. A lot of moving parts on our weather map today, so let's get into it. The main feature for New Zealand, a large area of high pressure, but we've got a few areas of low pressure to watch, and this is the main one here, just to the southeast of Australia. It's really going to dominate for the next couple of days and then drifts towards New Zealand with plenty of rain for the west coast and a cold front for the rest of the country as we go into the weekend. Up here to the north, we've got a low in the tropics between Fiji and Vanuatu, and over in Australia on the western and northern sides, weak areas of low pressure. Nothing too major in there just yet. So let's take a look at the air pressure map as we go into Wednesday. You can see the large area of low pressure centred right over Bass Strait, bringing in rain and wind for Hobart and showers further to the north. For New Zealand, just seeing a bit of rain on the west coast, couple of showers on the western side of the North Island, but with that high placed further to the north, it means more of a cooler southerly flow heading northwards. So here's the rainfall for the next 3 days in New Zealand from Thursday morning. So this is going into the weekend. The bulk of the heavy rain over here on the west coast. 125, maybe even 150 millimetres on the way, so there could be rain warnings as a result of this for the whole western side of the South Island. The rainfall totals in the North Island aren't so big, like Auckland, 25 or 30 millimetres coming through for you. Most of that rain will be falling by the looks of it on Saturday, and eastern areas still fairly dry. So this is Thursday itself. You can see that big, wide low from Australia stretching right out and into the west coast. Northerly subtropical winds coming down, so it certainly won't be cold, and a few showers for the North Island's western side, mostly dry in the north and the east though here on Thursday. By Friday, the low doesn't change very much, deepens actually a little bit, and now you've still got these mild nor'westers, so that's why the rain is accumulating along the western side, and the further north you go, the closer you are to high pressure. So the rain clouds sort of drop and fall apart as you head further up the country. So that is the rest of the working week. Now this weekend, that front moves up and into the North Island, still plenty of westerlies and northwesterlies, very typical spring setup, and typical spring, it's going to be a little warmer than the typical southerlies we were getting a week or two ago, so certainly warms up, but colder weather for Tasmania coming through for you across Saturday on the back end of this stormy low. And by the time we get into Sunday, it's fallen apart, it's dropping down into the Southern Ocean, still got a fair bit of air pressure gradient drop from sort of the middle of the Tasman down towards the Southern Ocean. That means windy westerlies will be blowing across the South Island, while rain in the North Island slowly clears away, but it's mild. It'll be a warm night on Saturday going into Sunday morning with subtropical northerlies coming down, nor'westers for the eastern side. I think a lot of people will be okay with the forecast, at least in New Zealand, and over here in Australia you can see the next low pressure zone drifting your way, but for Sunday, a lot drier in those eastern areas. That is all from me, but before I go, just one quick thing. We had the Nielsen ratings have come out, and really awesome to see that Weather Watch and Rural Weather right up there are the top forecasters in the country from the private sector. Met Service, the juggernaut, at number 1, but we're closely behind at number 2. I'm really quite honoured about that. So if you want to read the story, you can find that on our website and in the news section of our app. That is all from me. We'll see you again tomorrow, Wednesday, with our next update. See you then.